Where did my model go? What's going on here? 1 second. I think I knocked my camera down, that's why. Hello. How's everyone doing? Hi, Rachel. Let me turn this down actually a little bit on my end. As much as I love this smooth jazz, it is kind of destroying my ears over my own voice, so I can't think. Let me fix. Oh, I see the problem. My blinds are knocking my camera down. Messing up the tracking. Give me 1 second. That's a triple jump. Whoa, how'd you do that? Crazy. Okay, hello. Welcome to the stream. Actually, let me go through some of these settings really quick. While I'm looking at all this, how's everyone doing? Your dad's Mario? That's fucking awesome. Light strobing? Let's turn that off. I do not like light strobing, so. CRT monitor defects? Yeah, that should be fine. Evidence intuition. Yeah, I'll keep that on. I do like a little bit of guidance. So I don't know anything about this game. For the most part, what I know is what I saw in the blurb, which I can read very quick. Second. It's been a minute since I've gotten to like sink my teeth into like a nice mystery I think this one's like sort of thriller-ish, maybe. I think it's actually pretty chill, actually. I might be thinking of Payne's Creek Killings. Payne's Creek Killings is more of like a thriller, suspense, has a little bit of like horror to it, but this one should be pretty chill and good like collaborative effort, because I am not that smart sometimes and I'll miss things. Yeah, let me see. Hello, hi Jareth. Let me read out this little thing. So, the Roottrees, sorry, I keep saying Roottrees. The Roottrees are dead is the game, obviously. The year is 1998. Private jet belonging to the Roottree Corporation has crashed, and on it were the Roottree sisters and their parents. Combined, they were worth over $1 billion. Now, due to the eccentricities of their great-great-grandfather, Elias, yeah, that would be a fucking great-great-grandfather name, their money must be redistributed to the rest of the family. But who's actually a blood relative? That's where you come in. Armed only with the power of your mighty dial-up modem, you'll scour for photos, books, articles, and other evidence. Then, you'll make the connections and deductions based off of the family relationships you uncover. With every spot in the tree you fill in correctly, the names and the photos left in your possession will have fewer and fewer places to go, but the evidence will also be harder and more obscure to find. Can you put together the final pieces of the puzzle? Let's get into it then. Let me just... You're washing your earthly filth. Are we playing video games? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That's kind of... That might be kind of difficult. I don't know if I'd say we play video games here, but yeah, we'll just get into it. Whoa, Roottree Mania, the mystery will unlock once you finish. Okay, I don't know about that, but yeah. Let me readjust things a little bit so I can see the chat better. That emote is not loading for me. There we go. Wahoo! Oh, I love this old school loading. I know that that's like a big selling point of this as well, is it's very much, you can very much feel the 90s aesthetic to a lot of it. December 6th, 1998.
The plane that crashed last night just outside of Pittsburgh is now...
Oh, that's full motion video? That's awesome. I love that already.
Local aviation authorities have speculated, based on the pilot's final communication, that the winter storm and heavy winds played a significant role in the crash. On board were multiple family members, including corporate president Carl Rootree and his daughters, the Rootree sisters, best known for their fashion lines, and modeling careers. There were no survivors.
Noni.
Again, for those of you just joining us, the Roottrees are dead.
Love that opening.
I know it's late, but I'm guessing you've seen the news. In addition to dealing with the grief, the Roottrees company's lawyers are scrambling.
I already see that we have a leather jacket. I approve. Well, I turn the... Yeah, of course. The music was a tad, like, passionate, I guess I'll say. So I just had it turned down a little bit. I was like... Just a little bit.
Everything's about to change. Anyone proven to be a blood relative is about
How's
to
that?
get much richer. I'm here to ensure everyone is accounted for.
Yeah, everything's about to change. Yeah, of course. Anyone proven to be a blood relative is about to get much richer. I'm here to ensure everyone is accounted for.
I've heard you're an expert at sorting out complicated family trees. A genealogy genie, as it were.
Okay.
I'm going to
I don't know
give you
about that. I'll do my
pass.
best.
Pass, and I can promise you the job of a lifetime.
Oh, okay. This is the little tutorial, I guess. Siblings are in birth order, of oldest to youngest. Got you. Examine any of the evidence, search the internet for clues, fill in the names, fill in the occupations, fill in the photos. Sleuth! Okay. So I'm guessing we're starting with the sisters. Yeah. Yes, it literally says right there. Good job, Mia. Got milk picture. The person who hired you gave you this photo with a note attached. This was taken during the shoot for the Roottrees sisters' Got Milk ad. Got Milk ad. I've tracked down a test photo from before they painted the fake mustaches on, which I thought would be more appropriate considering the circumstances. The ad's copy reads, "You might recognize our faces from the magazine you're reading, or you might recognize our name from the candy bar you're eating. Being a Roottree is a full-time job, but so is growing up. That's why the calcium found in milk is so important. Plus, you can't make chocolate without it." They aren't even drinking any milk yet. Yeah, exactly. Already failed step one. So, I'm just seeing if we can make out any minor details other than, like, jewelry, watch, things like that. List of names. This list was provided to you by the mysterious person who showed up at your door. Oh, we don't even know who that is. Mysterious person. I'm Sunny! Hi! Thanks for coming. We just started. This is the little tutorial that we've been given by our mysterious benefactor. So we don't know who gave us this, but she has hired us to solve the shit. So yeah, I already beat the game. Sorry. Redo it all. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying. Okay. I gotta lock in. Everyone stop distracting me. Just kidding. Please keep talking to me. Okay. Welcome to your notepad. On each page, you can jot down important... Oh, I love that! We can keep track of the info together. Yeah, see, this is one thing that I'm hoping that some of our other games can do, is I like when we have, like, a collective notepad that we can look at together rather than, like, taking notes on a different monitor or something. Names, family relationships, marital status, sibling count, anything else you'd like to remember. Page titles can be renamed to make it easier to remember what you've written. Okay. Oh, you can highlight the text to, like, quickly add it. The entire contents of your notepad are saved, even if you quit the game. Oh, that's fucking awesome. This is already so interesting. Oh, see, this is where it gets spotty for me, is like second and third cousins. People who share the same great-grandparent, but not the same grandparent. People that share the same great-great-grandparent, but not the same great-grandparent. K-12 stands for kindergarten through 12th grade. Yearbooks are solid color. Okay, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know. Why do we have to complicate it even more? It's, you know, blood relatives, I guess. Okay, so can we, Make a new page. Page 1, baby. So, I mean, they've been in, like, magazines. They've been in a bunch of different stuff. Obviously, they are pretty high profile. What's the... Oh, it's like a coding duck. I get the reference here. Oh, that's cool. Like, the built-in hint system is a fucking coding duck. That's awesome. Like, where, if you don't know what that means, which I'm sure you guys do, but the idea is, like, having coders having an object that they repeat the code that they're writing back to like, as a practice to make sure that it makes sense. So it's like, us as, like, a detective, or like the character we're playing has, like, a little rubber ducky that they're, like, talking the shit through. That's awesome. My totem. Hashtag my totem. Okay. Search the internet. Okay, here we go. Cashew PC. It's cute. Dude, a 56K modem? Fuck. It can load HD. It can load HD resolution images. That's fucking crazy. You can burn music? You can burn music CDs? Oh, this is the best game ever. Cashew PCs are inedible. Do not try to eat your computer. Got you. Oh, so good. So good. Will you make me a third eye? Wait. A third eye blind mix? Yeah, of course. Yeah, LimeWire. Ugh. Okay. So. First off, easiest search ever. There are a lot of obituaries that focus on the Roottrees sisters' modeling careers. Oh. That seems like it could be important, maybe? I am just gonna highlight that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're dead. The Roottrees are dead. That's the name of the game. They're all dead. You also come across an unofficial Roottree fan site, seemingly curated by a teenager. Oh, okay. And that makes it okay then. It's not like a weird, creepy adult. It's neon pink with purple text and hard to read until you highlight the words. The young webmaster writes, Rania? Oh God, is it? It's one of these white families that spell their, like, name their children the most generic names, but spell it. Yeah, Reina. Reina, I'm guessing. It's literally one of those families that, like, make the name as fucking crazy to spell as possible to be unique. Okay, so right there is Reina is the oldest. What is married to TMS? Like TMZ? Is that Riley is the smart one. So Riley, Rose, okay, Rose is the middle child. So Riley's the youngest. Rose is the middle child. Riley is the youngest. The Travis. Hi, Daddy. Hello. Low-key, I was like, I feel like this game would be something Scotty's really into. So I was kind of waiting on you to show up. You might think they're rich because they are models, but their dad is also the president of the candy company. Okay, wait. Let's save that note there. Mr. Roottree. Okay, we don't know the name of that yet. I actually think there is a big corkboard thread in this game. Which, by the way, I totally forgot to unhide the chat. It might be a little bit hard to fit this in a way that doesn't cover up things. I don't know if I can fit y'all in. Shit. Let me think. Let me think. That's like on it, like you can't see any of the text. I'm so sorry. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. But chat is very important, and I love you all. Okay. Oh, the mom, Brenda. Mom is a fashion designer. I'm just gonna no, I'll keep it. I wanted to like make it maybe a little bit more brief, but I'll just keep it like this. They do modeling for her brand Root. Owner of Root. So their models. Oh, I see. Okay, if you highlight it, then you can't edit it. That makes sense. Okay, so the yellow ones are the highlighted ones that you cannot change afterwards, which is totally fine. Let's do a little bit of this. Oh, I fucking love this soundtrack. This is so cozy already. I cannot wait to complete this game on stream. This is gonna be so much fun. Yeah, this already ruled. Yeah, exactly. This does already roll. I eat Roottrees candy all the time. Is it just Roottrees candy? Free candy. My favorite are maple crisps and tried to dress in plaid Root clothes. I like how Root. No, for real. Okay, sorry. Jareth in chat just said this is kind of Nancy Drew pilled. That's one of the reasons why I gravitated towards this, because I don't know if I don't talk about it very often, but I am obsessed with the Nancy Drew games, and I've played pretty much most of them. I started playing them when I was a kid. Like I grew up playing them with my mom, and they're like one of my favorite series ever. It's one of those series that I actually plan on revisiting later on. We're definitely going to like do a Nancy Drew marathon kind of thing at some point, because I fucking love Nancy Drew. I have like some of the books, not very many of them. I love Nancy Drew. I love Nancy. I love George. I love Bess. I love Ned. I love all the characters. I love the Hardy Boys. I really want to play the games at some point, but we'll do that later on. It'll be like a marathon series. Okay, I gotta lock in. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. I'm just having a lot of fun, and also I enjoy talking with you guys. So Riley, that's a big thing. Riley wears plaid in the posters, and I'm guessing that will correlate with the picture, because we need to pick out which of the girls is which in the Got Milk ad. Where's plaid? And then Rose has her ears pierced. I told you the jewelry would be important. The website's author continues to talk about her own life and what she likes about the Root fashion lines, but none of it is relevant. Got you. Okay. So let's go back. Okay, this is the board. It's not red string, but it's close enough. Fill in the names, fill in the occupations, fill in the photos. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Ah, got you. That's such a fun mechanic. I love that. Okay. So, checking our notes. Middle child, pierced ears. Oh, Sorry. Oops, sorry. Oops, sorry. Oops. Oh god. Okay. Okay, we're back. We're good. I'm still getting used to the controls. The youngest is Riley. She wears plaid. I love seeing the emote "white people happy" has been added to the chat. I love that. Rose is the middle child. I'm sorry, what? Wait. Huh? Oh, the plot thickens? The plot thickens? Rose doesn't come up as one of the names, unless I'm crazy? Ah, look, there's nobody in the list with that name. Interesting, okay. Well, let's go... Rihanna? Rayana, sorry. Yeah, different name. Oldest. So they're all models. Model. Oh, there we go. Okay. So let's look into that. Wait, what does our little guide say here? Fill in the name. Yeah, I mean, I got that. Okay. Roottrees not as popular as her older sister. I don't know. Yeah, does anything else come up in the Roottree? Yeah, very true. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's check that out. Candy, Carly, Gwendolyn, Gwen, Christina, Lauren, Margolite? November, Brianna, Riley, Samantha, Tessa. Huh, okay. I'm thinking Root is a clothing company. The website's down due to increased traffic. You can find countless retail sites. Boom! Holy shit, we got it! The site says that this was the only time her daughter was ever listed with her birth name, Carly Roottree. Got it. Carly mentioned. Oh, yeah? Part 1 done, let's go. That was just a tutorial, by the way. So we shouldn't celebrate too much. Ooh. Fucking, I'm too used to horror games using that as like a scary.
But I had to be sure you could
as a scary sound.
Some folks refuse to get with the times. Safe to say, you're hired.
Yay! I get a paycheck.
The reward for untangling the family tree is substantial. Life-changing, even.
Oh, whoa. Life-changing.
The Roottrees go way, way back. The family tree's a bit daunting. Most people freak out the first time they see the whole thing. But I'm sure you'll be fine. The man who started it was particular about whom he considered family. For your purposes, you only need his direct blood relatives. Anyone related only by marriage is optional, but filling them in can lead to useful discoveries.
You already know we're gonna try to get all the optional ones. Like, come on. Who do you think I am?
Lastly, you now have access to some unique websites, plus a list of notable Roottrees.
Okay.
Notable people are easy to find via your search engine, and marked with stars on the family tree. I'm off for now. Carl Roottree had a lot in his office. I'll look for anything useful. I'll return once you identify 6 more blood relatives.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh my god. Just seeing the...
Sorry, one last thing.
Okay.
This might sound odd, but if anyone else claiming to represent the Rootrees reaches out, I'd appreciate you not mentioning I was here.
Okay.
And good luck.
That's weird, but... Oh my god. Here we go. I'm just like watching with my hands on my face, like as all of those popped up. Ooh, okay. So every time you get 3 additional blood relatives and the family tree completely correct, name, occupation, and portrait, they will be locked in like we are into this mystery. All non-blood relatives and small portraits are optional, but placing them in the tree helps remove the extra names and photos. Gotcha. Okay, let's just start off simple. I just want to go through all of my things really quick. So we don't need this anymore. I'll keep this for now. We'll probably look into the mom. That seems like a good avenue, but first let's look at the new evidence. This is an advertisement for 5 pieces aimed at kids from the magazine Teen Blast. It mentions that the 5 pieces were named as such because the original creator had 5 children. The ad also mentions that the current 5 flavors are not the same as back then. Oh, I'm not sure how this is. Oh, intuition. You've been in this line of work for a long time. So long, in fact, that you've developed a 6th sense for how useful your evidence can be. The numbers in the magnifying glass refer to how many clues are connected to a specific piece of evidence. The higher the number, the more there is to find. At the start of your search, the notables list sets off alarm bells. A list of famous people that you can find via search engine. It's pretty rare to get something that useful. Better take advantage of it. As you progress, these numbers will change. Whenever you find more evidence or lock in family members, new discoveries will be added, and the old evidence will become less useful. Trust your intuition. If a piece of evidence seems too good to be true, take a closer look at the people or phrases that it mentions. Often, the most satisfying revelations come from retracing a path that you thought was fully explored, but armed with a new perspective. Sometimes the reason certain evidence has such high value is because it can lead to finding more evidence. You may be missing a huge piece of the puzzle. Gotcha. Okay. I understand. So... I'm guessing... Okay, so I mean, that's a big thing. The Roottrees originally... The inventor originally had 5 kids. But who... Okay. What I'm curious about is when this was made. The 1920s. The 1920s. So the dad of the sisters... I'm guessing... So I'm guessing it's not the dad of the sisters, right? Because it's referring to the 1920s. And I'm guessing it's talking about those original 5 children, not the 3 sisters. We should probably go through the notable Roottrees line and just kind of knock these all out and then circle back. I feel like once we've locked in some concrete information, we can come back to the more niche stuff. The Roottrees sisters and their parents died in a plane crash on December 6th, 1998. The next evening, a shadowy figure appeared at your door and said the lawyers were looking to sort out the family tree. After a quick test, the figure gave you access to some resources. This included a list of notable Roottrees. They said that they would return in time to... Okay, gotcha. It's just the story so far. I should have just read what it was called. Story so far, then I would have known. Okay. So, I say the biggest thing we start off with is this. So let's look into Carl Rootree. The Rootree sisters. Let's name it that. Oh. It's a little... I mean, I guess it won't matter too much if we are checking. So. Carl Rootree. Too many damn kids. That's right. Carl Rootree died in the recent plane crash along with his wife, Brenda. Okay, so that's the biggest thing, is we have Brenda and Carl. So where's the sisters? Okay. I'm guessing this is Carl. And I'm guessing this is Brenda. Brenda White. That's her last name, I'm assuming? Like her original or maiden name? That's her last name, I'm assuming. Yeah, that's how my last names work. Who is Reyna married to? Did she have a kid? Is that what this is implying? Okay, I'm thinking what we'll do is get Carl Rootree down, and then we'll look into the kid. Or her spouse, and potentially whatever this is, maybe a child. I don't know exactly what that's referring to, but figure that out. So back to the computer. He's president of the Rootree Candy Company. That's the official name, so I'm gonna write that down. As well as the clothing company. Which he co-founded with his wife. There's a short press release that the Rootree Candy Company released today to the news organizations. December 6th, yes, of course, same day. It is with a heavy heart that we mourn the loss of Carl, Brenda, and the Rootree sisters and the other employees that perished in the terrible tragedy. The entire Rootree family is in shock and requesting privacy at this time. As the head of our company, Carl was an incredible man, and an unmatched leader. Filling in his absence will be difficult and may take considerable time. In the interim, we hope that you join us in looking back fondly on Carl and his family's triumphs and accomplishments. They go on to list some of those accomplishments. One of them seems relevant to your search. Like his great-grandfather before him, he was a Jedi. Like his great-grandfather before him, Carl earned the highly prestigious Watchman of the Year title. Maybe I'll just do the whole thing so that I can use the whole great-grandfather thing. And then we'll go back to this. Search. New periodical added. Business Watch. What? Okay, I'll come back to that. Oh, I see. I should have just read the first thing. Business Watch magazine is a magazine focused on companies, CEOs, and the economy. Oh, good. They have been around for over 100 years in one form or another, and will often write about the major changes in management at famous companies. Every year what a fucking thing to be interested in. Like, okay, whatever. Every year they offer an award to a prominent businessman who has furthered the field. They call this Watchman of the Year, and you'll find searches that 2 Roottrees have been featured as Watchman of the Year. Elias, Elias is from the blurb of the game. That's what we saw, that Elias was the one who started all of this. Like, started the fucking the lawyer, like getting a lawyer, sorting out the family tree, figuring out who's who. Like he's the one who wanted to figure out who's blood related. Business Watch does not host any online archives on any site you can find via spider search, though you may be able to find individual articles and issues through your periodical search. So that's what that was talking about. Oh, I see, right here. Okay. Let's jump over to... Okay, well, let's go back really quick. I'm just gonna make sure that I didn't miss anything about Carl. No, okay. We could jump over to Elias. I am curious really quick just to see what comes up if I just search. It's just the same thing. Got you. Okay, it's the same thing as the Watchman of the Year. So... check out Elias really quick. Oh! We got a PNG. Whoa, 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 whoa. Go back to that. Hey, hey. Oh, Elias and Gwyneth. Elias and Gwyneth. It was taken in 1909 after they founded the Roottrees Candy Company. Okay, so let's get their portraits. From what you found searching the internet, it seems quite difficult to find any site about Elias or Gwyneth that isn't accompanied by this picture. Elias and Gwyneth are on the notable Roottrees list. In your evidence, they'll be marked on the chart with a star. We can go all the way up there. Oh, I almost put them in the wrong. Oh. Gwyneth Madsen and Gwyneth Anderson. Okay. We'll come back to that. That's a path that we need to go down. So this is the OG Elias. We got like a junior, senior, all that fun stuff. CEO. Boom. Okay. So, jumping back down to Carl. Let's add a page for Elias. I'm just gonna... I don't think I need to be doing all the last names. I'm assuming, unless their last name is specifically different, I don't think it's gonna matter too much about specifying. So let me resort this really quick. I don't think shortening this is gonna matter at all. So let's just say like that. There we go. Okay. I like that. So that's for Carl, and then back to Elias. Bioshock. Sorry, I just saw that Bioshock Infinite NPCs. Yeah, they are. These are some Bioshock Infinite ass characters right here. That's funny. Elias Roottrees was the founder and first president of the Roottrees Candy Company. You'll find what is essentially a propaganda site about him created by the Roottrees Candy Company. And interesting, specifying propaganda. At the top, there's a picture of him and his wife, Gwyneth. Elias is credited for inventing Five Piece, a popular maple candy. Before that, the farm he inherited, by marrying his wife, only produced syrup. So that's a big thing, is the right Gwyneth, or the correct Gwyneth, because there were multiple, had, like, their family owned a farm. So let's get that highlighted. Oh. Oopsie. Yeah. After Five Piece became wildly successful, Elias spent his time and energy on cementing his reputation as a family man. He's quoted on the site as saying, "Blood is thicker than syrup." All right, man. And and that any child linked by blood to me shall be linked by blood to my legacy. That is a little dramatic. The site enthusiastically claims that he made good on that promise, but offers no additional details. Huh, okay. There are a few more quotes about Elias from a book called Family Man, The Roottrees Legacy by Bess Williams. That seems important. To say they are biased is a massive understatement. Below that, there's a long list of accomplishments and awards. One that stands out is the Watchman of the Year award. Okay. So, instead of focusing on Elias, let's jump back to Carl. Because what I'd like to do is go through maybe the periodicals. I just got a picture that printed out, so we got a new picture in for a second. Let's see. Award. I'm just gonna take this down for myself, just in case. Award given in 1907. You never know. Roots. What's with the, there we go. Least insane rich guy. And then the public library. See, the thing is I want to, of course, get a picture of the guy. Well, there you go. Watchman of the Year, 87. Carl Roottrees grabs life by the roots. He's voted according to the cover. Business Watch the magazine about Before they married, Carl's wife Brenda was a fashion consultant. When Raina was born, Brenda retired to become a stay-at-home mother. Looking for a creative outlet, she spent any free time she had at the sewing machine. Raina's new clothes were a hit with other parents, including Carl's cousin, Jim Roottrees. Jim. Cousin. A notable singer who had a young daughter around the same age as Raina. Okay. By 1982, Brenda's patterns were copied by other brands. Carl and his second cousin, Ernie Jr., who had just become president of Roottrees at the time. So, wait, okay, interesting, okay. Second cousin? I'm just gonna make that second. President in 1982? Yeah, so Carl wasn't president till at least 1987. So something happened around that time. Other blood relatives who have a say in the company's finances refused to fund anything other than candy. So Carl personally spent his entire inheritance to bankroll the clothing company. When the profits began to appear, however, the rest of the family changed their tune. They repaid his investment, and now Root exists under the umbrella of the candy company, and they all benefit. Per tradition, or perhaps superstition, new clothes always debuted the way first ones did. Raina became the catalog's cover model. As she grew, the product line expanded to older kids as well, and her younger sisters were recruited to show off baby clothes. Carl was voted Watchman of the Year primarily for his personal gamble and the ensuing payoff. Interesting. I'll put a question mark on that. I love the soundtrack. Didn't it say something a second ago about it being like super biased? No, that was about Elias, correct? Yeah, it was about this book. The book that's written about Elias was super biased or something like that. Yeah, to say they're biased is a massive understatement. Interesting. Okay. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. Oh, brother. Okay. That's gonna be important to figure out, isn't it? Okay, so let's see. Yeah, bring up the candy company. Maybe it'll give us. So there's no CEO, has no CEO, and no stockholders. We'll come back to that in a second. Anderson Maple Farm. Anderson Maple Farm. Gwyneth Anderson was her name. Anderson Maple Farm. I keep forgetting to add my dashes. That's what I like to do. So let's get back to that board. Anderson. There we go. So they were, as it said, they don't have CEOs, they call them presidents, apparently. With input and votes from extended family. The site does mention that every president has been a direct descendant, including Carl Roottrees, who despite his death is listed as the current president. Okay. The product that put them on the map were 5 pieces. Crispy, crackly, candy coating. What if I say, like, president? It's just bringing up Carl. That's gonna be a little bit tricky to figure out who's been a president when, but we'll get to that. I wonder if we can get anything from this. I'm assuming that he's the most, Carl's the most recent. Well, yeah, because he just fucking died. Like, what am I talking about? Yes, of course he's the most recent. So... fifth president? And then... okay, so... okay, I got you. We'll get to that. Did it say something about... okay, what are all of the options here? Well, because she moved from housewife and then she moved into actually making the clothes herself. So is that perhaps something that have Pilot, nurse, military, media mogul. I mean, maybe we do just pick. I think for now, considering they made it together. Okay, let's see. What comes up if I just search up Gwyneth? Before marrying Elias, Gwyneth Roottrees was Gwyneth Anderson. She had no brothers, so as the oldest sister, she was to inherit the Anderson maple farm, so long as she married. Before Elias took over, the farm produced only syrup. It was Elias's idea, supposedly Elias's idea, to create candy. Okay. It does bring up housewife a lot. That's the thing, is it brings up housewife a lot. Ah, yeah. Also, good looking out, Rachel. She has sisters, so maybe that's something to keep track of. We'll just make this a doubled up one, because they're like, the family tree starts there, right? So I'm thinking that we will just bunch the two together and keep all of their information on the same page. Just so that I'm not creating like a different tab for every single character, because then that will be a lot of bookmarks. So, Gwyneth was the oldest sister. I'm just thinking, is there anything else on here that I would like to keep track of? Not at the moment. Okay. So let's refocus. Now that we've gotten a bunch of information. The original inventor had 5 kids. I'm just gonna see if the board reflects that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay. So let's go back to Carl. Ba-ba-boom. Brenda. And then cousin. Whoa, split up. No drama happened there. Always use a person's most recent occupation. Gotcha. Okay. It kept saying housewife like over and over and over again. Ah, yeah. Got it. There we go. Like, it kept saying housewife on every article, so. And he is the 5th president. Got it. You've also locked the follow. Wait, you've also locked? Oh, I see. It's saying I got this correct. Brenda White was the correct option. Got you. Okay. So this is all good. Now let's push back up to Carl and what's relevant about Carl. Gwyn. Okay. So maybe, okay. What I'm thinking is, let's go back to our original plan. Maybe we get all of the notable root trees, and then go back through the list with extra information. But my only concern with that is I'll lose track of everything. Like, I'll lose track of some of my info, like, because of the amount of evidence that I'll get. Miracle Jr. is crazy. Yeah, you're right. That is a crazy ass name. Got me. So Jim was a cousin singer, and Ernie is a second cousin. So let's jump over to Jim. Let's jump over to Jim, because Jim is one of the notable names on here. How did it only dawn on me how did it only just dawn on me that the company's called Root because it's their name? It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's a mystery. We're all in this together, all right? Come on. Don't be so hard on yourself. James Roottrees. Okay, so Jim is, of course, a nickname. Jim James. Jim and Diamond with his wife Diamond LaRue. I don't need to highlight that. That's fine. Married to Diamond LaRue. Jim. Actually, that is something that we'll highlight. Things in the duo Jim and Diamond. That'll be easier. The duo, according to many sources you find, is considered a one-hit wonder due to the song Rollin' On Down to the City. It's now in your evidence folder. Oh, we get to listen to it? Oh, let's go. Although Jim writes the majority of his songs, plays the guitar, and often sings, Diamond is considered by fans to be the band's lead singer. Gotcha. So she's carrying the weight. The band never had another hit, but it has its fans who refer to themselves as Diamond's Dazzlers. That's awesome. And then let's say Diamond's Dazzlers. Okay, so that's okay. What's nice is whatever you highlight, it'll just tell you if it brings up the same thing. So we don't need to highlight that because we know it'll just bring up Jim and Diamond. Diamond's Dazzlers doesn't have its own separate search. That's very intuitive. I really like this game. The rest of their music is more folksy and acoustic than the one song they were known for. See, this also just brings up Jim and Diamond. But we will make a note of that because it's funny. Rolling on down to the city. One hit wonder. It's funny, write that down. Yeah, exactly, Rachel. And Jim and Diamond have continued. I'll show you, I'm gonna highlight this. See, same thing. They continue to release music through the 80s and early 90s. Other albums you find mentioned are Cherry Tree and Sound of Laughter. What if I can just copy that. Copy that. Jim has become a bit of a recluse and hasn't made a public appearance since 1996. Hasn't... Me just forgetting how to spell completely. Hasn't made a... since 1996. Oh, so he's a spider now. Yeah. Bro wants to be Spider-Man so fucking bad. Okay, so let's jump over to this. Jim and Diamond. I said Jim and Diamond. Jim. Okay, so just bring. I see. I got it. No, we're all good. I understand now. I said no. Oh my god, this album cover. Only the great grandson of Elias Roottrees could make disco this sweet. Rolling On Down to the City was barely a top 20 hit for a few weeks in 1979. According to the liner notes, it satirizes how a part of society was content to remain indifferent to economic inflation and civil unrest in the Middle East, unless pop culture tricked them into caring. Somewhat ironically, listeners didn't seem to pay attention to the lyrics enough to trick them into caring. Instead, most of its play came from roller discos. Wow, based? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, kind of based. Because it was a product of its time, or such a product of its time, it doesn't get much play anymore, even on stations that play oldies. Maybe that's why you'd never heard of it before now. This image is from an auction for a sealed copy. It has a sticker that says, only the great grandson of Elias Roottrees could make disco this sweet. It's credited to Peter Yanowitz from MMM. Peter Yanowitz seemed to be a music critic. Modern Music Monthly. I think that's probably the big thing. Yep, got it. MMM is an abbreviation for Modern Music Monthly, 40s to 80s. It went out of business due to high competition. Got you. Jim. A review and interview from 1979 titled A Reluctant Hitmaker, Jim Goes Into His First Band. Until a few years ago, Diamond and I were in D&J plus J&D. What a horrible name for a band. That's so bad. How would you ever talk about this band? With my cousin and his ex. Clark never knew his father, so our grandpop insisted he spend time with my dad. Okay, there's a lot of information. Wait. So, he was in a band with a cousin. I'm guessing okay, so it was probably... Was it Carl? No, it couldn't have been Carl, right? Because Carl on the tree didn't say that Carl split up with anyone. It has to be this person, right? Look at this. X's. And I'm willing to bet that this, because it's connected to a spouse, is Jim. Oh wait, what says James? James. So this is Diamond. Artist? No, musician. I forgot what a musician was for a second. Got you. Let's get back to that article. My cousin and his ex. Clark never knew his father. So Clark. Sorry. So that's the thing. That's it. Clark. His name was Clark. Or is, because I don't think he is dead. I don't think all of the Roottrees are dead. I just think it's in reference to the, you know what I mean. Fucking whatever. Anyways. As a result, Clark and I grew up like brothers. Diamond and Jane. So Clark and Jane. Clark Tree. So, oh wait, again, I don't need to be fucking putting these last names unless they're different. Clark plus, Jane. And then, Clark didn't know his dad. Clark never knew his father. Oh. Did I miss that? Right, because cousin. You're right. You're so right. Oh my god, I forgot how fucking... Listen, I don't spend time with any of my extended family. So, can you blame me? I'm guessing was it a marriage? I don't think it was a marriage. I'll say, what was her name again? Sorry. Jane X was with Jane. Okay, Diamond and Jane, on the other hand, are actually sisters. I should have kept reading. Okay, so, what was her last name again? Was it LaRue, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So the four of us had sort of a cutesy family band thing going on. Not our finest hour. Regardless, when Diamond walked in on Clark in bed with her youngest sister, everything exploded. Oh no. Okay. It's getting juicy. So... oh wait. I'm gonna keep this in one. Cheated with youngest sister? We don't know who the youngest is yet, but I'm guessing we could maybe look into that family. The only thing Clark and I had in common was music, but even then we never agreed on what it should be. He was always more interested in catchy tunes, something you hum a week later. I've been told Rollin' is like that, but that wasn't my goal. When he called me up and said he liked it, I took it as a sign that I was going in the wrong direction musically. That made him laugh, but I'm trying to make art. I'm trying to make art. I don't mind saying any of this because he'd agree. For most of the decade, he was a mess, but he's a lot happier now. He started Raffer Tunes. Started Raffer Tunes. Well, that just brings up this interview, but we're gonna keep track of that anyways. Much better jingle writer than songwriter. One of the benefits of our famous family is a massive company willing to be a client. That's also how my father was connected to Roottrees. All of his old ad campaigns were hung on the walls over the record player, but I was never interested. I just went straight for the music. I guess Clark was paying more attention. Okay. Let's say... Gotcha. Okay. Well, then we'll go back to Clark. An album called These Times. Whoa! Thank you for following! Oh my gosh! That just stunlocked me. Hi, thank you so much for being here. These Times. A band? Oh, fuck, this is big. Okay. Someone with the username XXX Diehard Dazzler XXX scanned the cover and noted that it cost him over $200 at the auction. Apparently this was Jim Roottrees and Diamond LaRue's first song together. He also mentions that it was performed with Jim's cousin and Diamond's sister, and that it was only somewhat similar to Jim and Diamond's later works. You can't find anything else about you can't find out anything else about Die Hard Dazzler, the band or the single, So all that's left to do is add the scan to your evidence. After a blazing fast 35-minute download, the track is also available. Folk style songwriting, catchy. These Times is an old single from folk group C and J plus J and D. Oh god, I hate it. That's such a horrible band name. You have a scan of the album as well as a recording of the title track thanks to a collector of Jim and Roottrees memorabilia. The website also listed the song's credits as music plus lyrics by Clark Rafferty and Jim Roottrees, backup vocals by the LaRues. I was hoping I would get names, but it's okay. Or you know what I mean, like more details. On the sticker it says, yeah, we saw that. The lyrics of the song contain no clues. Here we go. Let's fucking go.
Life is life, love shall be, me for you and you for me. Someday will come though that this tree will be the last of what was we. With passing years, all paths diverge.
I don't want to speak over Genius.
Onward surge, one source behind old memories, but find their ways to different seas.
Oh god, this keeps going. Okay, this keeps going. I cannot. I won't be able to focus on playing with this in the background. Stop! Stop it! Great job, by the way, to these people, though. Oh, of course it's Kevin. Of course Kevin has tracks in this game. How could he not? Okay, so the best way to tell who's who, I'm assuming, gonna be by these, because J plus D, C plus J. So this is Clark. Oh, so they were spouses. They were spouses. So it is ex-spouse. And this is Jane. I want to... Yeah, like, the thing is, too, is, like... Oh, wait. There you go. I got her extra pictures in there. Nice. 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 Okay. Oh, wait. That's not correct. Sorry. I don't know why I did that. Okay. So I'm thinking that maybe we could get something. I mean, this might be too vague. Yeah. What was her name? We have, we have Jane and Diamond. It's clearly one of them was a more favorite child if that's her, like, given name. It's like, oh, this is Diamond and this is Jane. Ooh, we got some juicy info here. Jane Vecchio? Vecchio. I'm gonna say Vecchio. Del Vecchio is listed on a talent for hire site as a wedding singer. Not. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that's good. It also mentions to only contact her agent in the event that you actually wish to hire her, and that Any and all inquiries about her past or her sister would be ignored. Oof, that's a, yeah. I cannot imagine that. It would be, it'd be fun to talk about any of that. Is that gonna just bring up that? Lucky. I just gotta make sure. Yes, okay. Got you. All good, all good. So, yeah, this is where things get tricky. Because we have no idea what's going on here. I almost said a song. Musician James. There's Clark. That's Carl. Okay. Well, we have Gwen. So is there any paths down that, like, branching path that we've missed? Because we were on Jim and then we jumped over to Clark. So what's up with Jim? Or James. James. Jim. Who could their children be? We still want to look into that book, by the way. I never went back to that because Elias was, like, so early on in the timeline. But that's a big thing that we should go back to. Oops. That is not the right. I mean, I could look up fucking Raffertoons. I don't think that's gonna... It did! Never mind! A website about Raffertoons. Clark Rafferty LaRue's advertising firm. On it, there is an about page, and you find a picture labeled "The Inspiration for the Famous Super Bowl Ad Campaign." Below that is more detail. Clark was in a department store getting a family portrait with his wife and children when his wife was trying to get his youngest, Katrina, to calm down for the picture. The photo's now in your evidence. Let's fucking go! Oh, that looks like such a happy family. You found this photo on the Raffertoons website. It was labeled "The Inspiration for the Famous Ad Campaign." Clark was in a department store. Yep, Okay. Got you. So I want to know who this is. Like, who the fuck are you, lady? Who's the youngest? Like, that's the thing, the youngest, right? There was Diamond, and then there was Jane. So who are you? Who's this? I don't know. Oh wait, sorry. It's not her, actually. It's this one. And then what comes up under it? Oh, there it is. Her name is Jessica. That's how we... Okay, so there is a little bit of stuff with that where we can, like, determine some stuff, which is nice. Oldest to youngest, actually. Sorry, this is... Wait, no, I got it correct. So... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Would this... Huh. I'm trying to think. Oh, hi, welcome back. Welcome back, Jareth. We got a little bit deeper down the Clark Rafferty rabbit hole and his tumultuous marriages in life. We did manage to figure out his most recent appearance, which it would be this one. And so we got to the first breakup happened, right? He was caught cheating with the youngest member of the LaRue sisters. And so the main thing to figure out, right, is sort of the timeline here with the LaRues, because we have the two sisters, right? I'm guessing that maybe Kim could be the youngest. So let's look into that, because we have a Kim. Nope. Okay. Maybe Jessica? No. This one's gonna be a little tricky. We might have to come back to this, but we're getting closer. So we obviously know that these are the two children. The youngest apparently was upset, so we know that she's the youngest. My question is, so I'm an idiot. I don't exactly know how the naming conventions work with like marriages and last names. Would this be the last name of the spouse, or would this be a more appropriate last name for the children of like Rafferty LaRue? Because I'm guessing that the implication is that the name of his spouse would probably be Kim, because the thing is, the other sisters, their last names are like this, right? Yeah, there's two of the combo, exactly. So this has to be Kim. I'm guessing. But the only thing is then is we don't know who this was, and I guess that we'll get to that, because this is, you know, this is the whole mystery right here. It's somebody completely different. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. What did it say that the youngest? Yes, Katrina was the youngest who was attempting to calm down. So this is Katrina. And for now, we're just gonna say that this is Jessica. It can go either way. You're not an idiot. Oh, well, thank you. I know I'm not an idiot. Thank you. That's very sweet. You're right. I'm not an idiot. They're just like child. Student. No, whoa. I did something. 3 entries are correct. You've also locked Diamond. We got Diamond. We got Kim. Kim was correct. Oh, shit. So that is Kim. Oh, hello.
You're on a roll. I'll try to keep that momentum going. Carl's
Thank you.
office was a mess, thanks to some burst pipes. But I unearthed a photo from a 1970s Roottrees reunion.
Oh,
I
shit.
also found some important
That's a lot of information. That's a lot of evidence and pictures and people's faces. This is so much. Okay.
You've traced 9 blood relatives so far. I'll have more to share after you find 9 more.
Yeah. Thank you, mysterious shadow woman. Hey, right, girl. I kind of want to look that up now. Apparently got started in Olympia, Washington. Hey! I'm near there. That's really cool. What the hell? Okay, let's go. Okay. Carl's generation, taken in the mid to late 1970s. I love this game. Yeah, me too. I'm having a great time. This is one that I definitely am gonna see all the way through, like completely. Excuse me. So I do want to get this spouse down with Reina. Listen, it was worth a shot. Oh, I think I spelled her name wrong. God, I hate how these names are spelled, or how their names are spelled. Wait, married to TMS. That was like the big ass thing that it literally told me at the very beginning. TMS is a common abbreviation for early 90s teen heartthrob Tommy Mark Sheridan. His first credited role as Thomas Sheridan was on a soap opera called Time Marches Onward. He skyrocketed to popularity after a starring role in the sitcom Brother Trouble. Since the end of Brother Trouble, he has often been on the cover of tabloids for his supposed drug use, and more recently his relationship with Reina Roottrees. He was only 19 and he was 23. Okay. I mean, that's not terrible for the 90s. Brother Trouble is the other song that Carly Roottrees did, right? Is it? This is the Boy Problems by Carly Rae Jepsen. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm uncultured. How do I... Thomas? Yeah, there we go. Got it. Okay, we locked that in. That feels good. And then and then and then Okay. Anyways, these are all correct. That feels great. That's one of James's pictures. I almost forgot. Who are their children? That's one of the big questions. But we'll come back to that. The main thing is I want to get back to this, right? We need to mark off all of these notable ones before we move on to every other branch. I want to get all of these down. All the notable Roottrees, because they're the easiest. That's what the game has even said. Like, these are the easiest ones. You should get them first. So Glenn. Find some information on a website about old films that are not yet available on VHS. The site is not very well organized, and the search engine... Oh, wait, let me read chat. I don't know what it is about these text-based search engine-style mystery games that are like catnip to me. I know, I love this style. Any game that lets me use a computer kind of goes crazy. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Like, I love this aesthetic deeply. The site's not very well organized and the search engine is broken, but you can get to individual pages from your search engine. Gwen is a somewhat well-known actress who was active in the 1950s. So where would I put that on the timeline? 1950s. Maybe one of these spots? Well, first off, when? Actress who was active in the 50s. Her biggest role was in the minor hit movie Guys Like Us. She left Hollywood after the flop of Christmas Mission. Christmas Mission. Jeez, why was that so difficult for me to say? Last movie. There is a widely circulated picture of Gwen from behind the scenes on one of her movies, which you've added to your evidence. Did you know? Gwen was the granddaughter of Elias Roottrees, the founder of Roottrees Candy. She shouldn't have been named Roottrees, but her father took her mother's famous name. Huh. Yeah, you guys are talking about Yick. Y2K, Yick. I'll always say it as Yick. It's much better said as Yick. Look up Yick. You might get something cool. Okay. So Gwen. Okay, that's the main thing. Gwen is the granddaughter, the founder. She shouldn't have been named Roottrees, but her father took her mother's famous name. That's like the biggest thing. Okay. So let's go check out that piece of evidence. Yeah, she's hot. Damn. That exactly, yeah, like for real. That's like the exact fucking reaction I just had. She's smoking, dude. Okay. So she's notable. So it said great grandfather, correct? So would she be a cousin? Is that? No. Granddaughter, not great granddaughter, granddaughter. So it's not. So this would be great, right? Because father, grandfather. So she would be here, correct? And her father's. Wait, so would that mean that her father's? Yeah, because Rafferty, right? So they took. Interesting. That has to be correct. I'm assuming so. Because this would be their father, which would make this their grandfather, which would make this their great-grandfather. So this would be grandfather, great-grandfather. So this would be... Yeah, this would mean that that's the grandfather, that's their father, and then the 4 kids. Yes, that is correct. I'm correct. I'm not crazy. She was an actress. This is like that Johnny Cash song, Jolene. Yeah. I've heard it, for sure. Guys like us. Guys Like Us is a 1953 film in which 2 secretaries cut their hair short and pose as businessmen to get ahead in life until one of them falls in love with their client, and hilarity ensues. Did you know? The title was a play on words. It can be read that the 2 women are men similar to other men, or that the men are fond of them. Wow. I don't know if that's trivia. Trans? Rachel, obviously it's gotta shut up in the mod, but Rachel just put a trans flag question mark. Leslie Florence and Harrison Lane. Leslie Florence. So she doesn't have any other credits. Harrison. Okay. Harrison Lane seems to be a dead end. Okay. Harrison Lane married his high school sweetheart after they reunited at a movie premiere. Okay, sure, dude. So let's get back to Gwen. Okay. Christmas mission. I mean, why not? It was a war movie about World War I that released in 1955. Poor reviews. She played the role of a soldier's wife who wrote letters from home. The movie was marketed as an incredible true story, but no record of events happening has ever been found. She often appears in tabloids, especially around the time of her highly publicized divorce. Interesting. Wait, so that's a big proponent of that. Wait. Okay. So this isn't her, is it? Get me out. How do I clear this? How do I like remove it? I guess I'll just have to move the... Oh, there we go. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, there's no other divorces that I see on the timeline there, so this has to be her over here. That was I'm proud of myself for catching that, because I would have totally just blazed past that if I didn't go back. Oops. Sorry. Imagine divorcing that 5 in. I don't know why, but the combination... I know that those were two unrelated statements, but... She shouldn't have been named Roottrees, but her father took her mother's... Her father took her mother's famous name. Sorry, I'm getting a bit lost in the UI. Let me get back to the searching. Can I look up like divorce? Like Gwen, just the word divorce. Gwen Roottrees. Divorce. Oh, huge. You get married. Wild Bill Williams. They divorced before the birth of her second child. Wild Bill. Oops, Williams. Wild Bill Williams was the leading man of some non-notable movies in the 1950s. He appeared in an adventure movie called Fortune Favors the Grave, which has yet to been released to home audiences. He's known for his good looks and off-screen romances, specifically with blondes. Now, I'm sure she divorced him for a good reason, because... Yeah, he gives me Rancid vibes. He was married 4 different times. Yes, yeah, there it is. Exactly. Oh, he's French. That explains why he's a piece of shit. Sorry. Sorry. Anyways, I'm gonna move on past that. Fortune favors the grave. Okay, but like, what's his actual name? Is it just Bill? Is it William? Wait. Would that make his name William Williams? Because, okay. Whatever. Sure. We just name anybody anything. No. It's okay, so I don't know. I don't know what his real fucking name is, because... Wild Bill. I mean, that's the thing is Wild Bill Williams didn't really give us his real name. Fortune Favors of the Grave gave us this page again. I look up Marilyn Monroe. Okay. I just had to see. Okay. I just had to see. It just brings up like it just opens a hyperlink to the Wikipedia page. Okay. Is there I'm not seeing anything. I don't know. No. I don't know. So let's go back. What would be a way to figure out who Gwen Roottrees' father is? I mean, could I literally just say father? No, okay. See, that's too easy. So it did say something about their divorce. What did it say about their divorce? They divorced before the birth of her second child. Is that important? That feels, I mean, like, obviously. But I mean, like, in the sense of, like, the board, right? So they divorced, so they had a kid and then divorced. So is there anything that matches that? Not that I'm seeing, right? Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing that this is just to say that they had children, but they still split up, right? Like, I don't know. It's hard to say, honestly. Okay. Perhaps we come back to this. I'm sure that we're gonna get more information about this branch, right? So let's maybe go back. So Gwen is unfinished, but we do want to get more on the family in general. Should we leave a candle? Free spirit. Campaign mailer. Wait a minute. Gwen and the boys. Oh shit. That's huge. Here's a bonus. When I pulled the water damage picture of the free spirits out of the frame, this fell out. Written on the back of the photo is couldn't make the reunion. Wishing you well from Paris. Gwen and the boys. So this was taken during... Wait. Oh, I see. So when I pulled out the picture, this one, the free spirits, that one fell out too. Because this is for the reunion. Gotcha. Is there anything else in this photo, by the way? No, okay. So were that her, is that her two kids? I'm guessing? Like, cause, you know, the boys. Film school. I wish I could just look up film school and it gave me the right answer, but... You seem like the eldest. You have like a bit more of a mature face in my perspective. So I'm gonna say that that's the eldest child. Because it's oldest, youngest, yeah. She was actually talking about the TV show The Boys. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. I'm just gonna say unknown for now. Like, I don't know, man. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump back to that page. And we're gonna look up red root tree. And we're gonna get a new page. Aloysius Herring Root Tree. Yeah, no wonder he took a nickname. Well... What the fuck? Why did they fucking name you? Why did you name your kid that? Judge and politician? Yeah, with a name like that, you're, like, bound to end up with a stupid, shitty-ass, like, career, like a judge and politician. Aloysius Herring. Was appointed judge and politician who earned his nickname ironically because he was the ambassador to Ireland for only about 6 days. Okay. What the fuck happened there? I guess we'll find out, and if we keep reading. Judge and he served what some people contend is the shortest term in history. Few days after he was appointed, he was heard disparaging his position and the Irish people. I hate this motherfucker. I'm gonna kill him. I'll kill you. He then tried to run for state senate. He claimed to be related to the Roottrees Candy Company in a newspaper ad, but it came out that the last name was merely a coincidence, and he was defeated in a land... Wait, I'm sorry. So he's a fake Roottries? He's not even actually part of the family, is he? He's literally a red herring! Oh my god, his name is... Rachel is a G... Okay, Rachel in chat said that. I don't want to pretend that I came up with that in the VOD. His name is literally Red Herring. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, that's hilarious. Faked connection to family, not actually a root tree. I'm so glad that you caught that, Rachel. That's fucking crazy. This is such a good game. This is so good. I'm like smiling the entire time. I'm just having fun. Okay, so where do we put him if he's not real? He's not even real. Okay, so when did that take place? Oh my god. Oh my god, it even has the stamp. It has a stamp of a red herring. That's so fucking funny. I honestly could just get rid of this entire page, but I want to keep it because it's funny. So we're gonna do that. What a good gag. Lauren Roottrees. Lauren Roottrees, already an author. Distant relative of the Roottrees sisters. So, on this level, like on this, wait, I'm sorry. Oh, adoption. Oh, say, I just saw that sign and I was like, ooh, what is that? I was assuming that she would be on this level, but I suppose not. Maybe like, yeah, maybe one of the older people, I suppose. Anyways. A distant relative of the Roottrees sisters is known for her book, A Life Between Wars. That's another book that we need to look up. Along with the Elias one. According to the website about famous authors, in the early 1960s, Lauren released a few romance novels under her married name, Lauren Rafferty. Oh shit. Really? Married name. When her publisher learned that she had been keeping diaries about her famous family, they insisted that she release them under her original name, Lauren Roottrees, to take advantage of her family's notoriety. In the selection of diary entries released in 1965 as A Life Between Wars, spans from the untimely death of her husband in World War II to coping with the post-war world as a young widow and mother, as well as her perspectives on changing times and socialites. Socialites. I'm losing brain cells. Socialites, all the way through the entry into Vietnam. While the content, oh my god, I can't read. I need to take a drink. 1 second. Okay, I was getting mush mouth. As well as her perspectives on changing times and the socialites, all the way through the entry into Vietnam. While the content is not considered, sorry, I was laughing at the emote that Jareth in chat. Jareth put the fucking schizo cat. It has found a new life as an exercise in high school English classes to show an evolution in writing style and for a look into life in previous generations. After the success of her diaries, oh my god, what's happening to me? After the success of her diaries, her publisher re-released her romance novels under the name Lauren Roottrees. This included Romance in Court, actually, I should highlight this one, which gained popularity. She followed the re-release up by writing 2 new sequels, creating what fans refer to as the Court Jester series. Okay. You find no recent details about Lauren, though she is listed as retired. Okay. So I want to go back to Elias really quick. Okay, we did get that down. I wanted to keep track of the book, because of course I do want to look up that book in a minute. So, So she's a Rafferty. There she is. This is her. This has to be her. So we're probably gonna have to look into this book to get who her husband is. Well, that just... Oh, okay. Yep. That makes sense. I just wanted to see if it would give us, like, a whole list. Seems like you've hit the jackpot here. Holy shit, there's so much! Oh my god! You see all... I got, like, 6, 7... 8... Like, 8 files! 9! Oh my god. Okay, let's come back to that. Seems like you've hit the jackpot here. This is a book occasionally taught in schools. You even find a hardcover edition for the students that has full-page, high-quality pictures in it. A summary of the contents of the book, photos, as well as some particularly relevant entries from her diary have been added to your evidence. Lauren's the key to all of this! You guys are cracking me up. I love you guys. She had a brother named Clancy. Brother named Clancy. Write that down, write that down. Guess what? Guess what? We got another name in here. I don't know where to put it right now, but that's pretty big. Okay. The Court Jester series, but I think that's the... It said that that's what the fans called it, so I doubt... Yeah, okay. That's what the fans referred to it as. I'll just, you know, I'll keep it. Why not? It's part of the experience, you know? Okay, now that we're already here, we're gonna jump back to this. Bess Williams. Family Man? Tree Legacy. I hope you guys are having a good time with this as much as I am. I'm really into this, so... Oh. An old book about Elias Roottrees. There's no downloadable version available because the book is impossible to find these days. Okay, well, we're done with that. That's nice. It's very comfy to watch. Good. That's what I was hoping. I was hoping that this would be just like cozy. Oh, there she is. This has been very satisfying. Good, I'm glad. Below are notes and observations you've made while skimming through Lauren Roottrees' diary pages in A Life Between Wars. Lauren Roottrees is on the notable... Yeah, we know that. The book was published in 1965 and consists of diary entries that stretch from the 40s to the 60s. The most important event that much of the diary and Lauren's thoughts revolve around was the loss of her husband, Jacob. Jacob died in the final months of World War II while Lauren was still while Lauren was pregnant. This left her to raise her son, Clark, alone. Oh, I knew it. I was right. Lauren never remarried and only had one child. By skimming the pages of the diary, you glean the following information. She was the granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. Okay. Yep. I mean, yeah, that tracks. Her mother's family was called the Kosels, but she hardly ever mentions them. I wonder if that's relevant. We'll just write that down just in case. Her father, who she always referred to as Pop. That seems important. Let's do this. Yeah. Mother's family was the Cosels. I'm gonna say Cosels, maybe. And then her father, who she always referred to as Pop, was the head lawyer for the Roottrees Candy Company and helped write a legal document called the Clanced Trust. Clanced Trust. Ugh, I don't know. Why? Like, what the fuck is that? Honestly, this whole thing. No, okay. I just wanted to see. We're gonna edit this note instead of making a new one. Father's nickname. Nickname. Pop. By her. Head lawyer of I'm just gonna say RCC. I know he helped write it. I know he helped to write it, but I'm just gonna say that, like, wrote. Lanced. Yeah. It's clear from the context that the Roottrees have internal shorthand names for the different generations of their family. Lauren uses them often. Oh, this is big. Okay, this is a really big note. I'm just gonna highlight this whole thing. Oh wait, no, I don't like how it's formatted, so I'm gonna do it myself. Never mind. It was formatted weird. First generation. Wait, I'm so dumb. That's why the candy was the 5 pieces, because they had 5 kids. I just put that together. Oh, sorry, I'm not dumb. I shouldn't say that about myself. The next... You know what I mean. I just got that. The next generation. The free spirits... So it's just, I'm just gonna say first, second, third, right? Like, second. Including son. That's a very helpful piece of information. Like, that feels very, very, like, it'll help me at least. It's probably obvious to other people. Or, like, other people can put that together just by, like, being good at, like, identifying family trees, but that's gonna help me a lot, so. Okay, here's all the other ones. An entry titled Complaints from Lauren's Diary. This seems to focus specifically on one of Lauren's family members, Gwen, who's on the notable list. Seems everyone has something to complain about. Gwen, as an only child, complained of loneliness. I told her that being expected to watch after 3 younger brothers didn't feel like a blessing, but it fell on deaf ears. Okay. Let's see. Fell on deaf ears. Oh, thank you for the follow. Um. Okay. Oh, these are all brothers. Is that what that just confirmed? 3 younger brothers. Because, oh my gosh, yes, because she's the oldest. She's the oldest child. So these are her 3 younger brothers. So unknown male, unknown male, unknown male. During the summer where I went to stay with her and Aunt Margot. Wait, Margot was one of the. Oh shit. Okay. Her mom's first name is Margot. Margolitz Roottrees. This was her mom. So we know who that is now. We could just jump back to. Oh my, we're getting so much information. Holy shit. We did hit the jackpot. That thing was right. I hope she would be the sister that I never had and that I'd do the same for her. I even tried to dye my hair blonde to fit in with the 2 of them. What a mess. But she just complained. To her, I was the lucky cousin. Now she's off living the glamorous life while I'm stuck here with Clark. I must admit, seeing her everywhere contributes to my unhappiness. Well, jeez. Her visage stares at me even now from my coffee table. She gets to be in Starlet. Tell tales of how she gallivants around the world, kissing the likes of Harrison Lane and Wild Bill Williams. She's the first Roottrees woman to be anything other than a housewife, and I am jealous. If I were not a single mother, could I make my own way in this world? Ooh, jeez. Yeah, Harrison Lane comes up again. But he has no connection to the Roottrees, so. But I'm off topic. A girl with all the luck in the world was jealous of me. And now, though I have been undoubtedly burdened by terrible tragedy, I am also lucky to be born into a family that can support me for eternity. It implied he was kissing the sister. She gets to be in Starlet, which, wait. Oh, Starlet was a magazine that started with the colorization of film and went around until 1964. Generally, it was a tabloid with a focus on famous actresses. Okay, that's pretty big. We need the name of this one dude. But I do want to see what it says about her first. Most mentions were around the time of her divorce in 1958 from Wild Bill Williams. The gossip is speculative and full of tabloid stereotypes. The rumor is that Wild Bill had multiple affairs. I believe it. I mean, it did confirm it. That he did later on. Like, he did have affairs. We know that. There's an interview from earlier in the mid 1957 where she was asked about her last name. She answered, "Power of a name is undeniable. My grandfather constantly preached the importance of family names and honoring them. My father decided to bless me with a famous name. There's nothing wrong with Cornwall. There's nothing wrong with Cornwall, but Roottrees has power. My husband similarly goes by Wild Bill. Cornwall? My father, Cornwall, last name Cornwall. Linus Cornwall. There he is. We got it. Okay. There we go. And didn't it say all Roottrees have been housewives until her? I believe it did. I believe... Wait, but her mom was famous, wasn't she? Isn't that what it said? Oh, man. Okay. Her mother's famous... Yeah, her... Oh, okay. Her mother's famous name. which was rare. Okay, so it doesn't mean that she was famous. The last name was famous. If I close this page, will it... Oh, thank God it saves it. Okay. Wait, I'm sorry. I missed that joke earlier also. Margalite sounding like a Steven Universe OC. It's really good. That's pretty funny. Margalite. I'm going to go ahead with the assumption that she was a housewife, considering the statement in Lauren's diary that all the Roottrees women were housewives until her. Until Gwen, sorry. But I'm off topic. A girl with all the luck in the world was jealous of me. I can raise a child without worry, unlike countless other widows. If any of them were to hear me complaining, they would rightly scoff just like I do. Dynasty. An entry entitled Dynasty. It focuses on the day her grandfather Elias announced that he would step down as president and the meeting to determine his successor. Okay, this is big. I wish I had been a fly on the wall today. Clancy told me that everyone got quite heated. And that was her brother, right? So where is she again? The only problem is we obviously don't know where Clancy is in the tree yet. But he's obviously one of these. Granddad was furious that none of his sons would take over as president, but that's what he gets for holding on to it so long. Granddad, wait. Grandfather, granddad. I'm guessing it's just the same thing. Granddad was furious that none of his sons would take over as president. So none of his sons. Okay. We don't know where that takes place yet, but that's a big piece of information. Let's put that under... Let's do that. With architects, preachers, and lawyers, nobody's got time for candy. So his sons were architects, preachers, and lawyers? Included... So with the 5 pieces refusing to step up, it came down to us next gens. So whoever is in second generation was the second president of the company. I keep forgetting they don't mean president of the United States. Yeah, yeah. Very true. So none of the first generation. So one of the second generations was the second president, which is very fitting, I guess, for the second president. Second gen, or new gen was second president company. Bob argued at length that the company should stay with our branch of the family, since we still have the Roottrees name. I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it, but he's the one who was volunteered. Clancy took second president position. I'm assuming that's what it's saying. Oh no, sorry. I got ahead of myself. Instead, it ended up going to Zach. Even though his surname doesn't match the candy, he's the firstborn son. He is the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. We're gonna make a new page for Zach. Firstborn son of the firstborn 5. I'm not sure how that's relevant to running a company, but Granddad always had a very particular view, or very particular views, when it came to his bloodline. I asked Clancy if it ever came up that a woman could take over. After all, Angie's older than Zach. Wait, that's Aunt Angela? Is that? Wait, I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. That was Aunt Margot. So Angie is another kid. Okay. I asked Clancy if it ever came up that a woman could take over. After all, Angie's older than Zach, and I'm next oldest of all. Angie's older than Zach, and I'm next oldest of us all, but he just laughed. Oh, what a motherfucker. Wait. So... Oh, that's complicated. The first... Okay, so it said Zach was the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. Right? So this is Zach. Ooh, that's complicated. That's the thing, is I feel like it would probably be Zachariah, maybe, because of, like, the time period? I guess we'll have to figure that out. Of course they threw in, like, the complicated bit. That makes a lot of sense, though. Wait, so... Oh my god. Okay, my brain is... The steam is coming out of my ears. So Angie's older than Zach, and I'm the next oldest of everyone. Or of us all. Is she referring to Zach and Angie? Angie? Okay, I just want to... Angelica Morden and Zach Morden. Right? Yeah, Zachariah, yes. So, firstborn son of the first... So, he wasn't the oldest, though. Right? Because Angela is older. Angelica. Yeah, pardon me. Okay, sorry, I'm keeping track of a lot of information. So, the Morden family. So Zach Morden, Clark. So okay, who do we have down that we can just get rid of? Right? Like, can we just delete some of the... Do you think we should just delete some of these pages to skim it out? Because, like this, we don't need the sisters page. I'm just gonna get rid of that. The welcome page cannot be deleted. This still has relevant information. Like Ernie. So we're not gonna get rid of that. I think we can keep everything else... Well... I mean, red herring is really funny, but I'm gonna get rid of it for the sake of, you know, keeping everything neat and tidy. Sorry, red herring, as funny as that character is. Okay, back to the notes. I'll never forget the cuss words Pop used when he told Ma it wouldn't go to us. Mother, ever the quick-witted, at least with catty remarks, countered back, maybe they wanted it to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples the product. Oh my god. Jeez. Okay. So, the real question is how much do we want to branch off right now? Because we could just go square away these two because they are technically optional. And like, or at least look them up. Let's at least look them up, right? Zachariah is his full name. Okay, that helps. Angelica. I'm assuming we're gonna get a lot of these through the photos, like of their other stuff. You know what I mean? Okay, on to Sam. An entry entitled Sam from Lauren's diary. From a previous entry, you learn that Elias Roottrees had given in to his wife and announced that Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included in family gatherings. Gwyneth had been pushing to include Sam for quite some time. Lauren writes, why Sam? I have many distant relatives I've never met. After all, Granny had sisters, and Granddad had a brother or two. But I was told, trim their branches from the family tree. So why is Sam special? Nothing adds up, and I'm not the only one to realize. Angie summoned all the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Gwen is in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle's boys. Okay. Miracle Jr. had boys. Or, I'll just say Miracle. Here. Had Miracle's boys with the two Z's. We spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior. Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy. Who the fuck? These fucking names, man. At the reception, when I asked who Sam was. Okay. Didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy. At the reception, when I asked who Sam was, Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. Clancy swore he saw Sam working alongside the farmhands, EC, and John. Oh my god, there's so much information in this diary. Holy shit. Okay, sorry, I'm just like digesting all of this because like if I don't, then I'm gonna have to write down everything and it's gonna get really bloated, but I mean EC and John. I'm gonna highlight that just as relevant information. Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy. Okay. Upon hearing that, Zach checked the records and managed to confirm all three are on the books. So Sam, EC, and John. Sam, EC, and John. There's so much here. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Sam, EC, John are connected. So all three are tied to the family. Eli, Miracle's youngest, not my brother. Wait, so she has a brother named Eli. Brother named Eli. And then... oh, shit. We go back to that. Wait, youngest named Eli. Eli even chimed in. Apparently, when he was riding his mini bike alongside the farm a few weeks ago, Sam gave him some old tools and taught him how to make the bike's engine faster. None of us think that proper for a multitude of reasons, but Eli certainly seems thrilled. At the end of the day, nothing explains why an outsider has cozied into family affairs, especially one who works on the farm of all places. Whatever happened to blood is thicker than syrup? Why is Granddad making exceptions now? Was there some infidelity? One of the final entries is called Clark. Clark's getting married, and in my opinion, far too young. He's barely 18 for God's sake, and Danielle isn't much older. Okay. This is drama emote. This is drama the game. Yeah, for real. Jesus. This is juicy stuff. I'm so into this. This is great. Okay. Clark, her brother. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I've been playing for a while and I'm still messing up the tabs. So, where's she? Where's Lauren? Clark, her brother. Like, she has all these brothers, but we don't know who is in what order, and that's what makes it so complicated. Like, we don't know the oldest to youngest yet, other than the fact that she's the eldest child and looking after three younger brothers. Clark's getting married, and in my opinion, far too young. He's barely 18. And Danielle isn't much older. Wait, I'm sorry. So Clark is one of her brothers, right? She has Clancy, Eli, and Clark? Yeah, I mean, it has to be a brother. So we know the names of her three brothers, we just don't know the order of their ages. Clancy, Eli, and Clark. I wonder if it's like in the... well, okay, but we know that Clark got married at 18, right? Which she was like, oh, that's so young. So that might be a clue into that. He's barely 18 for God's sake, and Danielle isn't much older. But openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. Oh, sorry, I keep interrupting the reading, but I need to also... married... Danielle. Oh wait, that will help narrow it down because we know that he's married. Boom. Okay. Openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. After all, Jacob and I got married at 16. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than any one person can spend? Wait, I'm sorry. I'm dumb. Her brother isn't named Clark. This is Clark. Her son's name is Clark. So she was talking about her son. Sorry, I keep saying I'm dumb. I'm not dumb. I need to work out of that habit of insulting myself. Wait, is this the set? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Wait a minute. So is it the wait, is it like that? Oh, that's why Jane is here. Because she has a picture in this. This was his first spouse. And then that's, oh man, okay, that feels right. That feels good. That feels correct. Son named Clark. Mary Danielle. Sibling. That's just like a stand-in note right there. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers and all sorts of nonsense. The only one who has any any discipline is Carl. And wait, is that the third brother? Because that's Pop forced Clancy to send him. Wait, the only one who has any discipline? No, that's a son. So one of the sons. So Clancy had a son named Carl that he forced to go to school, that he forced to go to academy. So Clancy had a son named Carl. Maybe I'm just getting old, but our generation was never so bad. Oh, yeah, you are just getting old. My brothers all seem to pursue passive knowledge, and the most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. Okay. Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. Edward? Edward. Possibly the third sibling? As for me, my first published book, Swashbuckle My Heart, is based on the pirate stories I used to invent with Jacob when we were walking in the woods after school. I think he'd be proud that Clark and I are carrying on his name. Even my cousins are doing well. Zach's not a bad president after all. So wait, so Zach did okay. So Zach did end up being president? And his sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Gwen is Gwen, but at least she came out of the divorce with her head held high. She even told us she might come home next year so we can meet her kids. With the free spirits in any other family, they'd all end up on the streets. Even Clark. So let's jump over to the computer really quick. Maybe we'll get something out of this. It's possible. You never know. Is it me heart? It should be swashbuckle me heart, but it's my. Did I get this correct? Or is it underneath her? Is it underneath her original, her maiden name? Or married name, sorry. No copies available, re-released as X marks the spot. Under her under her family name. Oh my gosh, there's so okay. Keep an eye out for Lauren Ritchie's next book, Revisiting the Diary 10 years later. Okay. That might be huge, actually. Let me re-highlight it, please. Thank you. Oh, I just got a text called Scandal, so that tells me enough. There is a version released in 1975. Unlike the original diary, it contains no pictures, but has new passages that reflect on her thoughts 10 years later. One major event happening between releases that changed Lauren's outlook on certain subjects was the death of Elias. A summary of the fallout has been added to your notes. Is this the shit about Sam? That there was a scandal. Is this why Sam is in the picture? Oh man. Okay, we're gonna have to come back to that. Whew, okay. We have a lot going on here. The 5 pieces. So these were the 5. Oh, yeah. This is an important one. Lauren's diary contains, yeah. The picture was famous in our house. Pop even had it framed. That's him on the left. It was taken in 1935 to celebrate the move to the new warehouse that Eli Jr. designed. Eli Jr. Let's just make a page for... Why not? Like, we'll come back to it. Designed. Oh, oops. I said like where, like wolf warehouse. Oh, it might not even be relevant at all, but Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it. Let's just get everyone real quick. Okay. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it, and the 3 of us were all about the same age. We were told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over well, to say the least. Eventually, I suppose, to stop the tantrums, they posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. Found out years later that they never even took a second photo. Who's that? Who are these 2 people? Wait, that's... Who's this? Is this... Who is that? Who are you? You got a picture in here. Who are you? Are you Sam? I don't know. I'm just guessing. Or was that Mr. Morden? No, with Mr. Morden. Okay, so... Pops was on the left. Lauren. I'm guessing the important... Man, this is getting complicated. Okay. Angie and I... Photo. You know what? What trips me up is Lauren mentioned dyeing her hair blonde, right? So what did she look... Wait, okay. What does she look like in the photo with her husband, Jacob? She has that like shortcut or like you know what I mean. Like the hair is like sort of in a shorter bob, and it is brown here. It seems like this is her because it matches her haircut. That's my assumption. Well, let me take a closer look at like her features. She does, I think her face does match. Here. It's hard to say. I'm gonna go with my gut and say that the hairstyle matching is probably the way to go. Hairstyle's 1-to-1. Yeah, I would agree with you. Well, it's not perfect, but well, actually, no, this actually could be the correct. Oh man, actually, I think that it might be this one. Well, either way, this is her actual, like, this is her main portrait. Either way, could be either one of those dames. Big brain hours for real. Yeah, like the steam is coming out of my head right now. Let me refocus. Let me recenter myself a little bit. We are gonna have to wrap up for the night soon, but this is a game that like I'm absolutely continuing. Like we're gonna see this through to the end and like get everybody. So, I do want to get to like a satisfying conclusion with all of this. Sorry, I totally lost my place. Okay. So this is her dad on the left. I'm assuming the father, yeah, the father, it has to be the father for this because there's no... Yeah, that makes sense to me. Did we ever get anything for Clance Trust? Oh, there we go. Clancy Edward Roottrees. Clancy Edward Roottrees. Yeah, Lauren's like life is so like it's so in depth. There's just like so much going on in her life. It's fascinating. Couldn't be me. I would not be able to come back and remember. Oh, that's why my notes look like this. The notes have to be so elaborate so that I do remember when I come. Like it'll catch me up. I'm just gonna kind of skim through this a little bit. Okay, so the company basically has a mandate where they split all of the profits every quarter across every relative, each direct relative of Elias and Gwyneth. The account is created for each blood relative at birth and first accessible when they reach 18. So that's one of the big key components to the family's whole thing. It's known for being essentially impossible to get around due to the many checks and balances written into it. There have been a few situations where family members have tried to forcibly remove another from the trust. Most details online are pretty vague since the matters are handled internally. Holy shit. The only information you get is from a university law school, which apparently had a guest lecturer talk about the Roottrees versus RR. The 5-piece guarantee. Oops, I didn't highlight that correctly. That's gonna bother me. It was Elias's attempt to ensure that the Rootree Candy Company would remain a family business. The yearly salary of the Rootree's president is always locked to the price of a single pack of 5 pieces. When the 5-piece guarantee went into effect, it was 25 cents a year. Now it's closer to $4. What? What? Combined with the trust, however, it makes more sense. Okay. Elias wanted to ensure that only his direct relatives could afford to be president, and he knew that because their passive income was tied to the profits of the company, they would have a vested interest in keeping the company as profitable and successful as possible. Whether this was a smart or successful decision is widely debated. Understandable. Clancid. Not Clanced. Clancid Trust. Clancid Trust. The 5-head trust. Exactly. Sorry, my organization honestly might be all over the place, and I apologize. I know it's probably going to bother some people, but it doesn't bother me, so get over it. Okay. Legal Oddities website. From what you can tell, RR... Wait, RR? Red Rootree? It was said, no, I don't think it is. It was said that RR attempted 2 arguments. First, the person in question was born out of wedlock. No, it's not. It can't be that guy. It has to be like an actual person. So RR attempted unsuccessfully to remove a fellow family member from the trust. It was said that RR attempted 2 arguments. Whoever this person was born out of wedlock. Sam! Are they talking about Sam? Second, they committed a significant crime against a fellow family member. RR. Attempted to remove a family member from the trust who was born out of wedlock. Said person committed a significant crime against family member. Eli, youngest named Eli. There's an Eli Jr., obviously. Was that confirmed? I think it had even said something about that, but it could be there's an Eli and then an Eli Jr., obviously. I don't know if Eli was named after Elias, because that's always possible. But the big thing is EC. EC is that could also be Eli something, but we don't have anything else on that right now. We'll come back to it. So The main thing was... Oh wait, I just covered up chat on my end. 1 second. There we go. Hi, welcome back. Hope Red is the villain somehow of this villainous story. That would be really good, honestly. So the father was Clancy Edward Rootree. Do we know what the father did? Was that talked about? Because he wasn't... I guess we'll have to look into it, right? He was the head lawyer. He was a lawyer. Right. My bad. I literally have it in my notes, too. I don't know why. Whatever. Boom! Okay, perfect. I was really hoping something would click so that we could wrap things up. Okay, who was correct? Nice. Got that. Got Jane. Got Cornwall. Got Thomas. These pictures were correct. Let's fucking go. Oh my god, and I got the spouses. I got the spouses correct. By switching them up. I got it. What's odd is this isn't correct. Does it have to be his like his OG picture? Sure. We'll go with that. We'll go with his OG one, and then if we get other bonus photo, well, you know. Cuz it's not saying it's correct for some reason. So thank you, everyone. Thank you. Whew. Okay, well, we unfortunately do have to start wrapping things up. No hints yet, by the way. Haven't taken a single hint. But I believe the game does autosave. I was just making sure. Oh, there is a save and quit. We're too good at this game. Thank you. Don't give me too much credit. Woo. This is great. I am absolutely coming back to stream this. Maybe even tomorrow. I was thinking about it. Don't call them. You know what? I'm showing everyone what you said. I'm showing everyone. Look. You can't say that. They're dead. They're dead miners. They're dead miners. My crime. Oh, that's funny. Thank you everyone for coming. This has been so much fun. We are absolutely continuing this. Maybe even tomorrow. Thank you for everyone in the chat for coming. I am going to try to get some other stuff done tomorrow. I'm hoping that the stream will being able to stream this tomorrow will maybe motivate me a little bit to get some more how do I say, I guess productive stuff done, though I do consider streaming to be productive because this is something that I want to keep doing and growing, but specifically just art. I just need to be working on my comic and stuff, so I'm gonna try my best to stream this more tomorrow. I'm hoping that we can get even farther, and I don't know if we'll be able to do all of the rest of it tomorrow because I do have to read a lot of stuff aloud. I'm hoping that I can. That'd be really nice, but I will also probably start earlier. I did start a little bit later. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up. Thank you everyone so much for coming. Thank you Jareth and Rachel, and of course Vix for coming. And whoever had also stopped by. I know that Scotty also stopped by, so thank you everyone for coming. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Either way, we're gonna continue playing this soon, so I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye everyone. Bye.